of March 1945, the Third Reich was collapsing. Allied troops were bearing down on the fatherland. Furthermore, intelligence reports told of an American superweapon being developed in the United States to destroy the German war machine once and for all. A desperate plan was called for. On March 27, 1945, the Fuhrer signed the fateful order.
It's right better.
Bist du nicht so reisbar, Homie?
Ich bin nicht reisbar. Ich bin nicht reisbar. Now, speak in English. We are in the enemy's homeland. We must speak his language in order to go unnoticed.
Ja, und we look like typical American tourists.
And don't call me Herman. My name is Colonel Hermann Heinrich Hauptmann von Heisenbüttel of der Führer's invincible Luftwaffe. And don't you forget that.
Anything you'll say, homie.
Now, listen carefully, man. Our mission is to spy on the new American superweapon and report directly back to their Führer. We have the honor of being the first of their Führer's armed forces to penetrate the enemy homeland, such as it is. However, if we are caught, we may be shot as spies. Any questions?
Can I go back to the Unterseeboot?
Nein! Du kannst nicht go back to the Unterseeboot. The Unterseeboot is gone. Its mission was to bring us this far and return to open waters to await the completion of our mission.
Yeah, and you think that underground sea can is going to come back and after 2 months evading the enemy shipping lines and do it all over again? It's probably halfway to Brazil by now.
Are you suggesting that there are fewer sailors for desert?
Well, let's put it this way. I heard the captain singing La Cucaracha before we left.
Then we are stuck here.
Nein, there will be a courier to learn of our reconnaissance. Now, who has the map?
I do, sir. In my boot.
Up! Schnell! Fie, oh fie to the Fuhrer and his infinite wisdom. Stake me with an Italian. Nietzsche! Sir! Don't do that. Now, the SS informs me that you have special talents in land navigation. That is why you were chosen for this mission. Now, which way do we go?
This way, sir. Much equipment. Many men. One is eating a hot dog.
That's it. This way. Now.
Was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the dance man and his craft. But then his summer came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Yeah, I'm coming. Don't have to make such a bloody racket. Sir.
At ease, Sergeant. Do you mean to tell me you're really just getting up at this hour?
Well, ma'am, you see with the celebrations of
Save
victory
it.
and...
Let's see here. Serial number 267155147. Sergeant USA or Twit. Harrison O.
Ma'am, that should be Tort.
Twort?
Yes, ma'am. You see that right there? It should be an O.
Are you sure? The Army doesn't make many mistakes.
No, ma'am. It's Twort.
Twort?
Yes, Twort.
I wonder who Twit is.
I don't know, ma'am. There must be some Twit in the Army.
Well, anyway, I'm Captain Cynthia Patton.
Patton?
No reaction. After the containment of the European theaters, I was assigned to supervise this, whatever this is. Exactly what do you do here, Sergeant?
Oh, I'm in charge of incinerating material disposal in this sector, ma'am.
I know that, Sergeant, but what do you do?
Well, you see, this part of the desert used to be an artillery range, and some of those shells didn't quite go off, so I kind of wander around and pick up anything that's live.
And what do you do when you find one?
Boom.
Boom?
Boom, and sometimes boom!
I see. And how many have you made go boom so far?
7.
How long have you been assigned to do this?
6 months.
You've only found 7 in 6 months?
Yes, personally, I don't think there are any more out here, but I'll keep looking just as long as the Army wants me to, even if there's nothing out here. Well, maybe there's 1 or 2 left. You better make that 8.
You mean you actually live out here alone doing this, in this dump?
Well, you know, I like living near my work. Besides, I'm sort of saving my pay.
What for?
When I was in the Signal Corps, I was stationed at Fort Bliss, and my commanding officer told me to get a jeep from the motor pool and deliver a message to the base commander.
And you didn't?
Kinda. You see, I couldn't find a motor pool, and they wanted that message in a hurry, so I had to find something else.
Which was?
The tank compound.
You delivered a message by tank?
You might say that. You see, I couldn't find a stupid jeep, and like I said before, they wanted the message. And a tank's a vehicle, isn't it?
So you got in the tank and you had the message?
Well, you know, it's kind of, because once you get those things started, it's hard to stop them. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, I started going and everything, but the guy in the gatehouse wouldn't open the gate for me.
So you ran over the gate?
No, I ran over the gatehouse.
Oh.
Well, anyway, you can imagine I was getting a bit nervous when I ended up in the middle of downtown El Paso.
I bet El Paso was a little edgy, too.
Yeah, well, anyway, I finally got it stopped.
How?
I ran into the Rio Grande River. Barely got out myself.
Probably didn't do much for the tank.
No, as a matter of fact, it kept going and going, down and down into the mud.
Yes, what about the message?
Oh, I finally mailed that from the El Paso County Jail. They were going to bust me right then and there, but I didn't want anything like that on my service record, so I made a deal with them. I'd come up here and wander around and pick up shells that were live lying around and pay for the damage out of my service pay.
How much were the damages?
$129,000.
How long do you think it'll take you to pay it back?
37 years. Oh, it's not so bad. The Army gives me clothes, food, and a place to live. Sort of. Oh, by the way, it's rude of me to leave you standing out here. Won't you come in?
I don't want you to give me any special considerations just because I'm a woman. As your commanding officer, what is this, early foxhole?
Well, you see, I don't believe in living in luxury while my fellow soldiers fight in the trenches.
I don't think you have to worry about too much luxury, Sergeant.
Well, Captain, you see, that's what I thought you were here for. What I really want to do is get into combat, and I thought perhaps with the reshuffling I'd get my chance, maybe in the Pacific.
There's no mention here of a transfer. You just continue as you've been doing, Sergeant.
Oh, could you check on that for me?
Very well. I'll see what I can do, but with your past history, I don't know. Now, I've got to be going.
Oh, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Perhaps some other time. I can see myself out, I think.
Oh, Captain?
Yes?
Are you sure you're not related to?
No, I'm not related to any famous tank jockey. Do you know what it's like to be a whack and be stuck with a name like Patton? Huh? I was doing fine until this joker starts tearing around the desert making himself famous, and I have to live with it. Do you know what it's like to get stuck inspecting garbage installations like this? Huh? Huh? Well, this general with the same name takes on the entire Panzer Division. And on top of that, I just ruined my last pair of nylons. Do you know how hard it is to get nylons with rationing? Huh?
No, ma'am, I don't.
I didn't think so.
Well, ma'am, it could be worse.
How?
Your name could be Eisenhower.
I can't believe that Nietzsche just keeps going like that.
I heard he was with the Führer's Gestapo.
I heard he was this private guard.
I heard he was with Hitler's private guard and he watched for people giving their Führer their finger.
No. You're almost there, mein Commander.
His nose must be out of back. There's nothing here.
That's so, mein stupid lieutenant. Listen. Cassini! Where's Cassini? The fool forgot to jump.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately. Schnell!
A plane that never is heard, a discouraging but
Quiet! What was that? Quick, slow down. I'm all alone out here in the desert. I'm all alone out here in the desert, my oh my. This man is Japanese. Set him down. They are Germans. They are your allies. Oh, he doesn't understand. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Italianisch? Sprechen Sie Yiddish? Well, it was worth a try.
Colonel, I speak a little Japanese.
Talk to him.
He says his name is Akihito Kyushu, and he's a kamikaze pilot.
And he survived?
He missed the boat. He survived out in the ocean for 6 weeks, surviving on fish and seaweed and 300 chocolate bars.
Where in the world did he get 300 chocolate bars?
He just happened to have some with him.
What is he doing here?
He says that he has come to assassinate President Roosevelt.
How long has he been here?
Two years, sir. He says he wishes to be put down. He says that he has also been trying